Alright, so I'll be perfectly honest. I'm not sure where I'm going. I think I need to go. I know it's like Suhala Desert or something like that. I don't know where it is or the order of events to get there. I think I need to go back through the cave to get to the other side of the continent. Actually, I'm gonna fight these. I want to see how fast I can get through this fight. Yeah, no, Ivan took one out immediately, so yeah, we're a little over-leveled for this area. But yeah, only one like major instance of frame drops on a wireless connection. This is not a bad string of luck, I guess. Also, I'm pretty sure you don't get a map, and I really wish you had a map. Because I'm kind of flying blind here. I like saying there's no escape instead of just you can't run away. It sounds a lot cooler. I'm gonna fight. I spend so much time running away that I take so much damage, so I'm just gonna fight these guys. Again, another thing to fix would be making it so you do not waste a turn if you target an enemy who dies. That would help immensely. Again, I don't know what route they would go with Golden Sun. I think they'd do a collection or a remake before they do a new one. Which I'd be okay with. I think, like, the big problem with Golden Sun is what art style do you go for? Do you go for kind of a chibi style? It's like, Ni no Kuni proves traditional JRPGs can work, in 3D, because that game has a world map and everything, so I feel like Ni no Kuni, honestly, level 5 would be a fantastic developer for another Golden Sun, actually. Yeah, keeping it sprite-based might work. Okay, so we're back in Kalay. Actually, let's go see Hammet. Kalay actually wasn't that far away, turns out. I left the door to the underground passage open, so go have a look. Okay. So, it's Ivan and his companions. Perfect timing. So, it's you. I told you time and time again not to go to Lumpa, but you went anyway. Please, Lianya, don't be so harsh on them. Naturally, I'm happy that they rescued you. But this was something that Kalay should have handled alone. You had a more pressing quest at hand, no? Yes, your mission is to recover the elemental stars. Liana, you shouldn't... I had to rescue Hammet no matter the cost. It's already done. There's nothing more to be said. Hold on, we all wanted to save Hammet so badly as Ivan did. It doesn't matter, Garrett, I'm the one at fault. I made a mistake. We will leave immediately on Felix's trail. Yes, that would be best. Leave immediately. Isaac, we should be going. Ivan, is that what you really want? Well, if Ivan says so, should we go, Isaac? Take your shaman's rod and go to Hesperia. To Hesperia? That is what the Jupiter Adept said. Hesperia, where is that? It is the continent to the west of Angara. What are we going to find in Hesperia if we go? That I do not know. The continent to the west, on the other side of the sea? Do not waste your time chattering, you must set out immediately. How grateful. Alright, there's this underground passage, and that has piqued my interest, so let's go find it. Also, this treasure chest sitting here that I apparently missed on my first playthrough. Resists water and fire. That feels like it'd be good for Mia, who I think I just bought an item for, so oops. This is my RPG problem. Whenever I buy an item, it immediately gets outclassed by something you find for free. I hear Hammet was saved by you people. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's definitely something I've noticed on with this replay, is how, like, the dialogue just feels sort of exposition heavy and a little bit clunky, just by design of being, you know, a JRPG from 2001. It's like Sonic Adventure. It has a lot of really good ideas, but a lot of the dialogue just does not work because it's like hand-holdy, you don't get anymore, so it feels a little bit antiquated. I'd still give this game like maybe an 8 out of 10. If I had to give an average, that was the wrong person. You know how I said this would only take like 3 more sessions after this? I'm starting to reconsider that, considering how long this is taking. I'm not exactly rushing through the game. I don't really want to, for the record. Earthbound is a game. I like Earthbound. I will highly recommend Earthbound. Maybe mod it. Actually no, I think it's Earthbound Beginnings that has mods. Earthbound Zero, as it's also often called, has mods that like help out with the encounter rate and increase your EXP gain to make it less grindy. I don't know if that exists for regular Earthbound. I'm so sorry. That sounds awful. I'll be perfectly honest, that sounds like torture to me. I use save states constantly because I have no pride in my accomplishments. It's like, there was a little bit of a debate that sprung up on Twitter a while ago, which is always a good sign when they say, oh, a debate sprung up on Twitter, that can't possibly go wrong, right? So basically discussing of whether if you beat a game with save states, does that really count as beating the game? My mindset is it does, but maybe not in the same way. It's like, I dislike the idea of just foisting different rules on different sets of people, because everyone has different, you know, different skill levels, basically. It's like, it's not the same thing, obviously. If you beat Ninja Gaiden without save states versus with save states, obviously, you know, it's not quite the same sense of satisfaction, but, I think it depends on how you save state, too. This looks like a spot to use reveal. Nope. Maybe I already got most there. Because I could have sworn there was supposed to be something, but I may have already collected it. I'm actually looking up a guide. Alright, so the next genie is, we have Squall, right? ... whatever. Yep, we have Squall. I always reference Final Fantasy VIII, but I've never actually played it. Which is weird. It's like, it's the one game I can't get into. But yeah, skill levels are relative, accomplishments are relative, so like, especially for like younger players, I would highly recommend save states for like old games because they are very frustrating. Like, I totally would have been okay with using save states on my first playthrough of Super Mario Sunshine because, wow, that game is not kind to its player. For the record, Super Mario Sunshine is one of my favorites, so when I say it's very unkind to the player, I mean it in a way where I also still really like the game. Wow, we went all over the place. Where the heck are we? Actually, like, legitimately, where are we? Do you want to go to the cave up ahead? I'd like to let you go, but I cannot. You'd better just turn around. Here's another question though, would you want to get into Final Fantasy? And if you say no, that is a perfectly valid answer. Because Final Fantasy is kind of rough. Yeah, and for Heroes, they also give you notifications for the Fate Pass stuff, so that's nice. I would recommend starting with 4, but specifically the Game Boy Advance version, because 4 on SNES is too easy, 4 on DS and Steam is too hard. So I would say GBA, or PSP if you can emulate PSP. Or I mean, if you can buy it on your... If you have a PSP, I think it's available as a download, or a Vita. So yeah, 4 I think would be a good starting point. 4 through 6 are good starting points. A lot of people start with 7, and I think out of every Final Fantasy, 7 is the one that has aged the worst. Because not only are the graphics early 3D, let's just say some of the storytelling has not aged particularly well, and it's very, there's some questionable writing, I'm gonna leave it at that. Who has, gets this? Let's give it to Garrett. Unique. That's one way to put it. Yeah, there's some, like, things that now are kind of considered, like, slurs in Final Fantasy VII, so I would caution against that, potentially. So yeah, that's why I was, like, thinking maybe I should stream 7, but then I remembered one specific sequence, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't stream 7. At the very least I wouldn't be able to read out all the dialogue. Okay, now I'm really lost. Like, super duper lost. This might be the rest of the stream if I don't figure this out. I think we need to get to the other side of the continent through a tunnel. Problem is, I don't know where the tunnel is. So we'll just kind of feel out the geography. Yeah, Mother 3 is also kind of one that I keep putting off, and I don't know why. Because everyone praises the heck out of it, and I do enjoy Earthbound, but I just cannot motivate myself to play Mother 3. I think part of me is still holding out for an official release in vain. But, I don't know. I have too many games to play. That's really the heart of the matter, is I have too much stuff to play. But yeah, I really wish I had a map right now. That would help immensely. Maybe it's this tunnel. This doesn't feel right. This, like, goes to the desert. Nintendo's weird about back compatibility in general, like with the entire Virtual Console. What the heck is this? I never noticed the icon. They're adding it like bi-monthly, but it's really erratic. The last stuff they announced was like Kirby Superstar, which, mind you, Kirby Superstar is a phenomenal game. To be honest, if I knew people who like also streamed and like Kirby as much as I do, I would actually suggest like streaming like a co-op Superstar run, because there is online, but I really don't know anyone I think who would put up with that. I tried doing a co-op Mario 3 run, but yeah, that didn't exactly pan out, so I might try redoing that, but the problem is none of my friends like Mario 3. Most of my friends are barely into Mario, so trying to actually arrange a Mario stream, like a co-op run, isn't the easiest thing in the world. Also, there were the frame drops. I was wondering where they would be. Yeah, next time I will attempt to remember to actually plug in an Ethernet cable, so that won't happen. I just forgot today. So far the stream's been pretty stable though, like surprisingly so. But yeah, as I was saying, oddly enough, with the SNES, there is still a lot of Nintendo stuff that's missing, like Earthbound would be a good fit. And Beginnings to the NES. And then you have Xbox, who, if I can say something nice about Xbox, they are actually doing a very, very, very good job of making sure everything is, like, forward compatible. Like, apparently, like, everything on Xbox One will work on next gen, which I think is fantastic. Hey, let's gamble some more. Something something lucky emblem. Even though that meme died out a long time ago. Hey, did we actually get a bullseye first try? Something about this dragon head is kind of freaky, I'll be honest. Oh look, another Earth Shield. Thanks, game, for giving me an item I already had. I don't think they'd ever add Fire Emblem to the North American version, just because they are translated. Like, Puyo Puyo obviously is doable untranslated because it's Puyo. It's not super complex. But I really don't see them adding any, like, story-driven games that are only Japanese. I think a remake of Thracia and also Genealogy would be more likely than just porting them to Switch. There was a rumor about Binding Blade and Blazing Sword, but apparently that's kind of been debunked, because the supposed leaker for that apparently isn't, like, super credible. So apparently that leak might have been shot down, sadly, as someone who actually would be down for a compilation of both. What did we get? Another Burning Axe, so I'll give that to Garrett. I can sell the other axe, I guess. I don't know enough about Fire Emblem to really know why that'd be a big problem, I'll be honest. Synergy Armor, I guess I'll give that to... No, that's worse than what Garrett has. I'm gonna need to sell some things here. I need to play old Fire Emblem, but it's so clunky that I've been putting it off, I'll be perfectly honest.